Oh, 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 oh. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. Wow, yeah, we're at the ocean for the second morning in a row as the sun comes up over the ocean. It's looking just glorious out there. Absolutely. Did I make $5 already? I've been on for 30 seconds. That's pretty cool. Detroit by dark, a cup of coffee in the morning, a cup of coffee in the big time. Thank you, Detroit by dark. I greatly appreciate you more than anyone else at this very moment. Hit that like, bitches. What's up, TikTok? How are you? 2 days in a row. Relax. I don't know if it's going to last, but enjoy. Enjoy a sunrise over the ocean way out east on Long Island. Detroit by dark. Look at you. Setting the pace. I like that. Morning, who the man? Richie Rich wants to know who the man is. Is Joe Biden the man this morning? Stock market went through the roof the last couple of days. Is Joe Biden the man, Richie Rich? Do we want to trigger a whole bunch of people and give Joe Biden the who demand thing? Is Draymond Green demand for getting suspended indefinitely in the NBA? Who else could be demand? Hunter Biden? Is Hunter Biden demand for going down there in Washington and going, yo, bitches, here I am, bitches. Who the man? We got to figure out who the man is for Richie Rich. I don't know. I don't know who the man is this morning. Trying to think. Who's the go-to who the man? We will figure that out as we continue our live stream from way out east on Long Island. O'Donnell is awake. Mike O'Donnell, what's going on, brother? How are you? We missed you last night when we premiered the latest episode of Tuesdays at Get Parts. I'm having a lot of fun doing that. Hope you're checking out the episodes. I'm going all in with that. We're developing the production. We're developing the material. We're developing the guests. It's definitely a work in progress, but I hope you're clicking on the episodes. All right. Thank you, Mike O'Donnell. Always a pleasure to see you in the morning. Honky Tonk Tennessee. What's going on? Opie Radio, sending stars motivates Opie to continue live streaming daily. You know, that's just simply the truth. If I make a Hyundai today, you know I'll be turning this on tomorrow. Also, what? Super chats on the YouTube and whatever you do, TikTok. I made, what did I make yesterday? I made 58 cents on TikTok yesterday. So damn, TikTok, you're doing your job. Nick Umrican, how are you, brother? Jester, a member of my YouTube channel, Opie Radio. What's up, Jester? I didn't forget you. I see you lit up in green because you're a member of my my YouTube memberships, and I greatly appreciate those people as well. Certainly. Ted Palawato, what's going on? We got the Facebook user, Never Good. Usually that's a sign of a hater. We'll have to take a peek at that guy. Good morning, my brother. What's up, John Quartz? How are you down there in Philly? Honky Tonk, I will have to drive to Tennessee again today. Morning, Ope. Good morning, Lady Di. How are you? We got the waiver. We got STM on the TikTok. We got Day Hota, it looks like, on the TikTok. Yeah, we're doing good, man. You know, like I say a lot. This is why I like getting up this early. Nothing is bothering me yet. This is the beauty of mornings. This is the beauty of having your first cup of coffee. This is the beauty of getting to watch the sun come up over the ocean in wintertime, man. It's just peaceful as all hell. For whatever reason, at this time of year, the winds don't kick up in the morning like they do in the summer. I don't know why that is, but why you wake up so early? Why you wake up so early? You know, there's something called being a morning person, right? I've been a morning person my entire life. Even when I was a kid and partying and stuff, I still liked going to bed early. I was in bed at 10. I was up at 5:30. I'm a morning person. Why are you up? That's the question. The person that asked me, why are you up so early? I bet you can answer your own question. Why are you up so early? This is the best part of the day. That's why. You learn, man, you know, especially living in New York City, you learn if you could get up early and hit the streets. You got the damn place to yourself. It's glorious. It's beautiful. You're first in line for a stupid bagel. You're first in line for a cup of coffee. When you do your loops in Central Park, there's no other people around. You get a lot done. And then when everybody else starts waking up and crowding your space, you already had half a day. That's why. And also because, from a very early age, I was a working man. I was a working man. I was a caddy at a golf course. And, for about, I forget now because it's been so long, but at least 10 to 12 years, I had to be up before the sun to get a loop at a golf course. So it's just ingrained in me to be up early, man. If I open up my eyes and it's bright out, I'm like, man, I feel like I wasted the day. And then it's like 7 o'clock. It's just how I always been, man. Always been. Don't mind the silhouette. It's all about the sunrise behind me. The other people are seeing a silhouette TikTok. For whatever reason, you got the better video right now. I don't understand that because I'm hardwired into my computer. But my camera's deciding, should we show his tired face or should we show the sunrise coming up over the ocean? And the camera picked wisely, so you're seeing a lot of brightness behind me, and that's all right. What's up, Andy Vollen? How are you? But yeah, man, I just like being up early. Simple as that. I knock down some documentaries in the morning. I go for a walk on the beach today with nobody else around. I don't understand the question, why are you up early? Because to me, it's just glorious to be up this early. Oh my God, I love it. Absolutely love it. Good morning, all the way from Liverpool, England. Man, I got to get to the Liverpool. Let me ask you something, Jay Clips. This is a question for everybody. Take the Beatles thing out of it. What else is there to do in Liverpool? Like, this is the question today. We got a couple questions going on. We got Who the Man from Richie Rich. We got to figure out who the man is. We got to figure out what's the other thing you do in Liverpool if you go there. And we also want to try to figure out the top three, like, kind of stories of the day. I think Draymond Green is way up there. He got suspended indefinitely by the NBA. They're finally putting their foot down as far as Draymond Green's nonsense goes. And we got to figure out a couple more stories. All right. What's up, Gail? Good morning to you. Bruce Wade. The Bruce Wade's checking in. Soccer's a thing there. Yeah, we know that. We understand that soccer's a thing in the Liverpool area. Vincent Scaramuzzo, sick as a dog with the VD. Damn. I'm sorry you got the VD. Hope your daughter's feeling better. Beach looks glorious. Oh, sorry. Sick as a dog with the vid. Oh, you got the vid. It's going around again, man. Vincent Scarrow. Man, sorry about not seeing the eye in your vid. Yeah, that sucks. My daughter's really, really sick. I think she's got strep throat though. She's tested twice for the COVID. And so far, so good, but she rarely really gets sick. Matt's under the weather. It feels like it's going around again. I hope you do all right there, Vincent Scaramozo. Hi, Hope. You look cold. Are you outside? Yes, I'm freezing. Because this is the shot. If I'm going to be at the ocean live streaming in the morning as the sun comes up over the horizon there, which is also the ocean, but I didn't want to say ocean twice because that's really stupid. You got to be outside for it. So yes, I'm cold. I'm cold. John Quartz is like, you're cold. Here's 5. Fivers and likes. Thank you, John Quartz, for donating to the cause. I greatly appreciate it. We want to put lights on this bitch this holiday season. So maybe we'll get some lights with the money today. I don't know. Where are you? I'm way out east on Long Island. I'm kind of closer to Montauk than not, is what I like to say. All right. With the goal of getting all the way to the tip of Montauk so everybody will leave me alone. But cheers. Who asked that question? Oh, you thought it was Cape Cod, Andorra too? No, it's Long Island. Long Island has the most wonderful sunrises over the ocean, if you want to know the truth, if you need to know the truth. And I like to say Long Island when I'm out on Long Island. I don't have a Long Island accent anymore, but I certainly like to play with it when I'm out on Long Island. We'll say coffee and used guys and a couple other things that Long Islanders are known for. So the kid is on TikTok. What's up, Pete? How are you? Oh, you love the Shelter Island? Yeah, Shelter Island is badass. Are you allowed to say badass, TikTok? Are we back on good terms, or are you going to yank my feed today? Sorry. Good morning, Hope from South Carolina. I love the South Carolina. What's up, Dwight Phipps? How are you? This coffee tastes really, really good. Saw a good documentary last night. I wanted to watch some NBA basketball. If you know, you know. But I try to search out a basketball game almost every night. I love my basketball. I grew up playing basketball. I played in high school, played a little in college until I broke my ankle. And then I was like, you know what, I'm done. And I gave up on the basketball as far as like in that way, but never stopped playing, whatever. And last night, it looked like it was going to be a glorious game. It was going to be the Lakers and the San Antonio Spurs. And then I see LeBron James isn't playing. Why? Why aren't you playing? So I said, screw this. So I went to the Netflix. You know, we're all looking for something to watch on the Netflix. And I found the Kevin Hart, Chris Rock documentary. I guess they co-headlined a tour about a year ago. And the documentary was all right, man. I liked it. A lot of people that I know, some of them I love, were featured in the documentary. They brought up Patrice O'Neal. They talked about a bunch of other guys. Bill Burr was in it. Looking fly. Bill Burr is a rock star. God, I can't believe my old friend who used to do the Opie and Anthony show a lot is such a rock star now. It's very good to see. But the documentary on Netflix with the Kevin Hart and the Chris Rock, it was very, very good. It goes through their rise to comedy superstardom. And obviously, for whatever reason, they didn't want to show them doing actual material on the stage. I don't know what that was about. Maybe that's going to be a separate Netflix show where it's Chris Rock and Kevin Hart, because you know, I love documentaries, but if you're going to show Kevin Hart and Chris Rock co-headlining together, and you're gonna do the backstory, where they came from and how they became so big, that was really, really interesting. And then they're playing all around New York. They're playing Jersey, Jones Beach, Brooklyn, and Madison Square Garden, but they don't show them doing any material. I thought they would give you at least a little taste of material. So I would have to assume that's going to be a second movie. I guess it's not a documentary if they're doing stand-up. Like, I guess it'll be like a stand-up special. You have to assume, because they have the cameras at all those venues, so you got to assume they were filming all that, right? But anyway, what's up, Eric? How are you? Good morning, Open Squad. Josh Allen is the man. Go Bill. You know what? Richie Rich has a simple question every time he checks out the live stream. He writes, "Who the man?" And man, I got to put Josh Allen way up there when everyone was looking at Josh Allen like, what the hell's going on with you, man? He had that huge win against the Kansas City Chiefs with Mahomes crying like a baby. Is Mahomes still crying? Does anybody know? Huge win in Kansas. Huge. And the Bills are right back in it. The Bills now have a shot at the playoffs, which is absolutely awesome. So you know what, Eric? I'm putting Josh Allen, the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, on the short list as far as who the man is. Opie from Opie and Anthony? No, that's not me. That's that other guy, TikTok. I don't associate with the Opie from Opie and Anthony. No. You know, there's more than one of us. Good morning, you delicious Yamax. What's up, Nathan Brimmer? I got my people. I love my people. You guys rule. You absolutely rule. Good morning. Voting Trump 2024? No, man, I ain't voting Trump 2024. I ain't voting Biden 2024. I ain't voting Kennedy 2024. I don't vote. Cheers. Why start voting now? That's just stupid. That's absolutely stupid. I just feel like a free man knowing that I don't vote for these clowns. Please help me find Joey. Joey who? Joey? Where the hell is Joey, Christina? Please help me find Joey. You guys kickstarted a ton of guys' careers. I think that's true. I absolutely think that's true. I think the Opie and Anthony show made a few guys millionaires, if you want to know the damn truth. You know, you have to have the talent too, but you also have to have someone that believes in you and gives you some shots early on in the business. 100, bro. 100. Yo, bro, what's the big do? I don't know what that means, man. What's the big do? Are you trying a new bit? I don't mind new bits on the live stream. We got Who the Man. We like playing Who the Man. We like doing the FU Fridays. We like is that the only bits we got these days, guys? Morning GH, say whatever happened to Morning GH, say whatever happened to Homeless Mustard. I don't know what happened to Homeless Mustard. He's Homeless Mustard is a guy that came on the Opie and Anthony show thanks to Keith the Cop. Keith the Cop was always bringing homeless guys through. And this guy, Daniel, was an incredibly talented musician that was down on his luck, living on the streets. He came up with Stephanie, which most people would know as Lady Gaga. He knew Lady Gaga. And he said he played. And so we gave him a guitar. And these idiots online, they're like, if he's homeless, why is he playing a Taylor guitar? And then I have to explain to these people. It's like, you're just exhausting. You're just trying too hard with your miserable hate. I'm like, I don't know. If you work for a company that has musicians coming by 24/7, don't you think they would have some instruments laying around? So we gave him the Taylor guitar. And then he did his version of Creep by Radiohead. And I got to tell you, to this day, that video does crazy views every single day. And then, and then because of the sort of the fame from the Opie and Anthony show, he cleaned up a little bit. And then there were a whole bunch of people trying to help him over the years. He made an album. He has his own YouTube channel and Facebook. And then there's rumors he died. Then it turns out he didn't die. And I was definitely keeping in touch with the guy for a while there. And then we just kind of lost touch, unfortunately. I love the mustard. Love the mustard. So to answer your question, we just kind of lost touch over the years. Where is this? This is way out east on Long Island as the sun comes up over the ocean. All right. Maybe I should put it in the title so people stop asking. I don't know. Whatever. Holy frozen ball bag out here. Yeah, it's cold out here, Joseph. But there's no wind, so it's really nice. Comedy Shaman, what's up, buddy? I see you. How are you? Pacers stole Giannis 64-point game ball. Wait, what happened? Did Giannis score 64 points and then the Pacers took the game ball? Wait, Robert, explain that one. Yeah, everyone's going, Giannis had 64? Was this last night? Giannis Kupakopel? I've been studying his name for years. I'm almost there. Giannis Kupakopel. That's how I say his name. I think I almost have it. Not that cold for December. No, man, as long as the wind doesn't kick up, this is just, I'm not joking. It's glorious out here. It's just stunning and beautiful. Good morning, Cupcake and crew. Good morning, Robert Cowling. Good morning. Good morning. A lot of good mornings coming in. I like that. I love your sunrise. It looks so peaceful. It's a peaceful... Let me try to be poetic. It's a peaceful, and it's easy. It's definitely easy out here because there's no one out here. I could yell and scream. It's a peaceful, easy. I just need another word. Another peaceful. It's a peaceful, easy. Are you screaming feeling? You are, aren't you? But it is a peaceful, easy feeling. But you know what? Let's not get confused. I just quoted the Eagles, and I still hate the Eagles. We went over that 2 days ago. Don't forget, I hate the Eagles. I had to play a lot of music on the radio over the years before I switched over to talk. And man, when the Eagles would come up on that damn playlist, I'd be like, oh, not again. Take me to the limit one more time. Oh, shut up. I hate the Eagles. I don't even know why I hate the Eagles. I think because it's just there. Their music is just there. It's good, but it's just there. Except for the Hotel California, right? Sure. Why not? I am a fornication person. Bring me Jessica Alba. Let me prove my point. I like that. Oh my God. I like that. What Brini, what brand beanie cap is that? Well, it's hard to see, but it's the Carlton brand. It's a local dude on Long Island, and he makes some really good stuff. His logo, I got the hat flipped around today, but his logo is like fish bones. It's a whole fish, but it's just the bones, and it's shaped like Long Island. That's why I love it. So I can represent Long Island and fishing at the same time. And his stuff is soft and nice, and he's a local business guy that really works his balls off. I love people that work their balls off. He's constantly coming up with new designs, and he really works it. Look out for the bums. It's been said the best sleep schedule is 10 p to 6 a.m. I agree, dude. I love the people that. Oh my God, the comments are just. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna try to go through these comments really fast. Yeah, I don't understand the people that say why are you awake? You know, I had to be awake because I did morning radio for a really long time, but I loved doing morning radio because that's when I was wide awake. By 9 o'clock at night, I'm useless. And my wife will see it sometimes. And I'm like, I my eyelids get ridiculously heavy. I'm like, my whole body's wired to be up early and go to bed sort of early. And it's been like that my entire life. My entire life. Detroit by Dark. You could talk about being a caddy with Kevin Brennan. Oh, he was a caddy for years. Oh my God. If I go back on Kevin Brennan MLC podcast, I would love to talk about all the other stuff. I'm sure he's going to want to touch on some things, and that's fine. But I would love to talk about caddying with somebody. We're a rare group. I made my living caddying, and honestly, this is going to sound crazy to a lot of people. I got to get some more coffee too, and maybe I should put one glove on. But you know, I had an amazing radio career, and certainly it allowed me some nice things in this world. And I got and fame doesn't suck, and meeting celebrities doesn't suck. But man, there are days I think about it, and I think that my greatest job I ever had was being a caddy. I swear to you, there was something about it. Sometimes you had to deal with a lot of a-holes. But what I loved was, you know, setting my alarm, which is stupid. I never sleep to my alarm, even when I was caddying. And you're up, it's pitch dark. You get ready, you run out of the house. You can still hear the crickets. And we ran to the golf course where we lived. We could run up the hill and then cut across, and we're at the golf course. And sometimes you'd hit the deli, which was pretty close to get an orange juice, a Tropicana orange juice, and a buttered roll, which is a big breakfast on Long Island. Hey, would you like a buttered roll? Most of the country doesn't understand the buttered roll like Long Island. And you would get a buttered roll, and because we were young, not drinking coffee yet, we would get like, a Tropicana orange juice, so we would fire up our bodies with sugar. And then you sat on the caddy bench. And some mornings you're freezing your ass off because you know it's going to be, as soon as that sun pops, it's going to be nice and warm. So you're sitting there like this, literally this time, way back in the day, the sun's not up yet, and you're just sitting there. And then the golfers show up and they call your name. And then if you're one of the first guys out, you got the golf course first, which was just so cool. And then you see like the dew was still on the fairway. And then the sun would slowly come up and warm you up. And a lot of times you had really cool golfers, that would give you a nice conversation. And it was a glorious way to make a living. You're breathing fresh air, you're getting exercise. And then, and then your loop would be done. And you're like, man, it's still early. It's not even 12 o'clock. So then you go and sit back on the bench. They would give you a second loop. Excuse me. Second loop in the summer. Now it's hot as balls. And now you're walking down the first fairway and the steam is coming off the fairway because they're obviously watering everything. And then with the sun, it's just making steam. And you're walking basically through steam. It's 90 degrees out, sometimes over 100. You're sweating your balls off. The tops of your hands are sunburned. The back of your neck is sunburned. And I wouldn't trade that in for nothing. And then you'd get back in around 4 or 5, and now you're like, oh my God, do I do a third loop? Every once in a while, you did a third loop. For the people that don't know, one loop is 18 holes. A lot of times you did 2. So you're walking around a course, 36 holes. And then every once in a while you would do a third loop. And by the time you got back for the third loop, you didn't know what day it was. I loved every minute of that. And then at the end of it, members just giving you cash. And I was making stupid money compared to my friends. They had these boring, who gives a crap jobs in retail, where they still had paper routes, where they were working for their father, and we were just getting cash. And just like that movie Caddyshack, then you went home and you just handed over your cash to the household. That movie Caddyshack was fun for a lot of people, but it was a documentary for us caddies. They nailed it. They nailed the whole world big time. There are great comedy clubs in Liverpool, and over the river, Mersey is a glorious town called Birkenhead. Oh, nice. All right. But I want to know what's the other thing you do in Liverpool if you're not doing the Beatles thing. Good morning, Open Squad. XM202 Afro. What's up, brother? Can I warm up my coffee? I need to warm up my coffee. Let me Opie Radio Montauk. Have you researched the Montauk Project? It's been called the Area 51 of the East Coast. Could you tell me about the Montauk Project? I did not. Is that little island that no one's allowed to go to? I forgot the name of the little island that no one's allowed to go to. All right, TikTok. I'm just running to get coffee. It's right over there, okay? I'll be right back. You're so impatient, TikTok. All right. Oh, damn. I actually gained people on TikTok. That means they want to see the sunrise and not me. And in other news, let's just get it done. Biden, there's an impeachment inquiry going on in Washington. They don't have anything on Biden. It's just political strategy. Whether you love or hate Biden, at least admit that. That's just dumb and stupid. But that's going on as well. Morning, Open Gang. Looks like a beach morning. Yes, Bill Burr. Oh, is he? Peter, is Bill Burr a cuck? I went over this, man. Using the word cuck because you don't agree with someone's political point of view is the dumbest thing you could do on the internet. It's lazy and stupid. Of course, Bill Burr is a rock star. Who are you? The whole comedy world would basically say Bill Burr is one of the greatest living comedians today. And you're going to just throw all that away and call him a cuck. Oh, you're brave, Peter. Just because you don't agree with his political stance on things. You know, in this world, you could not agree on someone's political stance, but maybe use your brain and come up with something better than calling someone a cuck. And then also maybe accepting the fact that Bill Burr is hilarious, whether you agree with him or don't. Lazy! You're effing lazy. What are you doing at the beach? Ice fishing? No, man, I had to come out here for my dog. He had to get a bunch of shots. Had to get more of his stuff, his ring worm medicine and other shit. And it went well yesterday. You know, I said it yesterday, but I'll say it really quick today. Whenever I can, I come out here to do my business because the people are way nicer and it costs way, way less. The whole city is going for a money grab at this point. I've never seen anything like it in my life. I've been living in and around New York City. Well, I've been living in New York City over 10 years now, 12 years, something like that. Oh, wait, no, I have to up that. Oh, my God, I've been in New York City 20 years. What am I saying? And I've never seen a money grab like what is going on these days. It's absolutely crazy. Dude, this new camera. Wait, let me just walk away for a second. This new camera sucks for the sunrise. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I do this because the sunrise is just absolutely spectacular. It's coming up over the ocean and on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. You're not seeing the sunrise. It is like, what the? Now I got to get another camera. Now I got to get a sunrise camera. I got cameras all over my house for these live streams. And because I do it very, very differently than most people, like I do it 500 feet above the streets of New York. And because I'm showing the sunrise coming up behind me out the windowsill, that puts me in a silhouette, which is annoying. And then if I use like the MacBook camera, that works, but the quality sucks. So then I bought a couple other cameras, and I literally got cameras laying all over the place. I'll figure it out, though. I'll figure it out. If Trump were president, he would save Bill Burr from being cucked from. Okay, Peter, you're just that guy. Put user in timeout. Goodbye, Peter. We ain't dealing with your nonsense. Hey, old looking tan as F. You know, I'll tell you why Bill Burr's brave, Peter. He can't comment, but he can still watch. Because there's a lot of guys out there that have strong political opinions in comedy, but they're too scared to say them because they don't want to lose part of their audience. Bill Burr just speaks his mind. You should always respect the guys that speak their minds, whether you agree or disagree with them. Because there's a whole bunch of guys out there that are like-minded as far as Bill Burr goes. They think just like him, but they're too scared to say shit because of people like Peter. Ant couldn't stand the way he sang. It was hilarious. Yeah, that was weird. With the homeless mustard. Yeah, that was weird. I'll tell you why that's weird. Because he's on tape. Anthony's on tape basically praising the guy at the end of the song. And then he changed his tune. I mean, the point is with homeless mustard, then we overused him. We brought him in a lot. He sang a lot of other covers, and the other covers do very well too. And then I think Anthony, to be fair, picked up on his style. And, that's the brilliance of Anthony back in the day, picking up on something, twisting it, and making it a thing. And that's what he did back in the day. So, but I mean, to say that his version of Creep was bad or anything is kind of dumb. Because he is on tape praising that performance, and the video speaks for itself. It does stupid numbers to this day. It's ridiculous. It's closing in on 40 million views on my channel, Opie Radio. And the only reason it's on my channel is because I saw all this crazy stuff going on during the Opie and Anthony show, and as a show, we weren't filming a lot of stuff. There were times we did, sure. And then I'm like, screw this. The cameras on the phone started getting better. So I started lifting up my phone and filming a bunch of stuff. So there you have it. By the way, I got another podcast. I got two podcasts. I got the original Opie Radio. We've changed up that podcast, tremendously, actually. And I'm focusing mostly on the Tuesdays at Get Parts material. That's my original podcast called Opie Radio. You get it wherever you get your podcasts, TikTok. And then I got a second podcast. It's really easy and very different. It's just called Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. And episode 9 is out right now. It just dropped a couple hours ago. And episode 9, Comedy Quick Hits with Opie podcast, features Jay Leno, Artie Lang, Vic Henley, Sherrod Small. Who else is on that thing? A little Rich Voss at the end, a little Jim Norton, a little Jim Gaffigan. Trying to remember who else is on this one. Morgan Spurlock. It's really, really good. And what makes it very different than my original, my other podcast, it's just comedy quick hits, just coming at you like this. It's very different. It's perfect for your ride into work, especially if you got one of those crappy rides. This will make the time go by fast. The episodes are short. They're no more than 30 minutes. Sometimes they're less than 30, and it just moves. Episode 9 literally has like 20 clips on it in about 30 minutes. All right. So get that wherever you get your podcasts. It's called Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. All right. All right. Good morning, Ope. Love you. Love the show. Thank you, Christopher. Well, it's is this a show? It's another tequila sunrise. See, another Eagles song that stinks. I guess this is kind of a show. I'm doing different things. I like starting the day with a live stream where we all just get together with one of these, whether it's coffee or something else. Some of you crazy bastards are doing bourbon or something in the morning, whatever you got to do. Maybe you're vaping, you're doing your first something, right? So I like that. And sometimes these do feel like a show, and other times it's just a hang. But the Tuesdays at Get Parts, that's truly a show that I'm trying to mold and create. And so far, so good. We're doing all right with that. Peaceful, easy, and calming has that sound, Ope. You got that right? You look very bundled up. I am very bundled up. Actually, it's not that bad. I can loosen up a little bit. It's not that bad. Good boy. I hate the Eagles too. Oh, God, the Eagles are overrated. Chicago over the Eagles all day long. Chicago over the Eagles all day long. Boston over the Eagles all day long. Fleetwood Mac over the Eagles all day long. Hotel California is one of the most overplayed songs ever on the radio, in my opinion. Can't listen to it anymore. Yeah, that was lazy rock radio for you. They had 100 songs that they had to Bill's wife put the finger up to Trump at a game. He should smack her around the living room, but he won't. He is weak. Okay, Peter, can I get rid of you, Pete? I'm trying not to block you. You're weak-minded for thinking this stuff. Like a guy is supposed to, smack his wife around the living room. What are you doing, Peter? And the funny thing is, people with the finger thing, with the Bill Burr wife, saying it was classless. We're talking about Trump here. The one thing we can agree on is that Trump doesn't have class. And I've said this when the whole thing went down. And look, now that I'm talking about this, I'm losing a few of you. I get it. It's fine. Whatever. You'll come back after you calm the F down. You're probably pacing right now. Oh, God, here he goes. Here he goes. No, the only thing I want to say is that not only should Trump get the finger, Biden should get the finger, and every single politician should get the finger. We should be just finding politicians all day long and just giving them the finger. What are they doing for us? Are you kidding me? I'm about to write a check for the New York City taxes, and I'm supposed to vote for some of these guys? Get the hell out of here. Why would I vote for any of these guys when I know the check I'm about to write to the city of New York? And then I'm supposed to get online, have a couple cookies, and vote for one of these idiots? No! That's what I don't understand. As soon as you write your tax bill every year, why are you voting for anybody? Until that number is dramatically reduced, I ain't voting for anybody. Nothing sucks worse than Guns N' Roses, the most overrated band of all time. I think Guns N' Roses, I couldn't disagree with that more, Craig. You know, we talked about debut albums recently, the greatest debut album of all time. I truly think it's Boston's first album because there's not a bad song on it. But you say that, it dates you, makes you sound old. I get that. But I think Appetite for Destruction is one of the greatest debut albums of all time as well. Some people say Zeppelin's first album, whatever. There's an argument there to be made. But when you track through Appetite for Destruction, how can you say they're the most overrated band of all time? No. You could say you don't like them. That's fine. But come on, man. Come on, man. And I think Guns N' Roses left a lot of music on the table. Obviously, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. They had a bunch of hits on those two albums. I think they would have been better served if they, put out Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. I don't even remember. Did they put them out at the same time, or did they delay them a little bit? But I think there was some junk on Use Your Illusion 1, some junk on Use Your Illusion 2. And if they would have combined the two and made another super album, it would have been right up there with Appetite for Destruction. And then, of course, Axl did his stupid crap for decades. And then, sadly, the band left a lot of probably great music on the table. And then Axl realized, man, I got to pay my bills. So then he called up Slash and said, let's get the band back together. And now it's sad. I've seen the clips online. I have no desire to see Guns N' Roses. I saw Guns N' Roses a couple times in their prime. They were un-effing. I don't know if there was a better rock show. I mean, I never saw AC/DC, fair enough. I know people say AC/DC puts on one of the greatest rock shows ever, but to see the clips now where Axl can't even hit the notes at all is really weird, because guys his age could still hit those notes. He's singing in a much lower register now. Slash's playing is still top notch, but then when Axl sings, it's like it's really, really depressing. And I wonder if he regrets taking, 25 years off like he did. Vincent Scaramuzzo knows, damn, I haven't had a good New York deli butter roll in forever. Yeah, the rest of the country are like, what butter? There's something about butter rolls on Long Island and in New York City. It's a go-to thing in the morning for a lot of people. The ham and eggers, they like getting a cup of coffee from one of those food carts. They're not even food trucks. They line up the ham and eggers. They get a butter roll and a cup of coffee, and they're off on their way. Oh, I'm 45. The one with the dude smelling the old school NY. Whoa, hey, wow. Travis, I can't even read your comment because TikTok is on the live stream. They're very, very sensitive on the TikTok. Butter roll with coffee regular could be the worst New York thing after the black and white cookie. Nick Umrican. You know what? Hate black and white cookies. You want to talk about something overrated. I mean, if you want to do a whole live stream on things that are overrated, I'm with you. And I would put black and white cookies way up there. When you could have any other cookie, why would you go, I want a black and white? No, you don't. No one likes those things. But I disagree with the butter roll. But you have to go butter roll because the butter gives you the salt. And then going back to my caddy days, you blow off the coffee and you go for the orange juice. That's heaven on earth. Matter of fact, I might take the long ride to our little town. Might have to get on the old dirt road and go into town and get a butter roll and an orange juice now, because now I'm jonesing for that. Were you in the show, Andy Griffith? Yes, I was. I'm that Opie. Cheers. I met the original Opie at a Starbucks on the Upper West Side on a rainy Saturday or Sunday morning. This is the benefit also of being up early in New York. You see all sorts of celebrities because they don't want to be bothered. So they get up early too. And I've seen a bunch of celebrities over the years walking the streets nice and early in the morning, doing their thing. Like, no one's bothering me for a picture, nothing. I saw Ryan Seacrest that way. I saw the original Opie at a Starbucks. I love that story. I think I told it on Jimmy Fallon, but the short version Was up early, rainy. This is brilliant. Oh my God. Did this guy just say this is brilliant? This is all brilliant. Thank you. I don't know. I think we're on to something with this live stream. It's a lot of fun to do. So, rainy weekend morning. I wake up way before the wife, but I used to go and get her latte and stuff when it was a lot easier to go to the Starbucks. Hate the Starbucks, but back in the day, that's all we had in New York. Now you got the mom and pop coffee shops popping up all over the place, and I couldn't be happier. But I walk into this Starbucks really early. It's raining. There's nobody around, and I'm sorry if you heard this story, but I love this story. I walk into a Starbucks. This was when I was still famous myself. I'm not famous anymore, and I'm okay with that. So you don't have to say you're not famous anymore. I already know that, and I'm okay with that. So this was the time when I was getting recognized a lot, and I had quite the fame. I walk into a Starbucks. It's me. It's another guy. I'm talking about the customers, not the people working there. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see Ron Howard, the original Opie, and he's putting sugar and whatever creamer in his coffee. You know, he's at that station. So he just got his drinks. I'm like, holy shit, I gotta say hi to that guy. So I go to the counter because I want to quickly order my stuff. And then I already timed it like, okay, I don't want to be like, oh my God, I want it to be more of a casual thing. Now I got my coffee and I'm putting cream. Oh, hi, Ron. How are you? You know, I had it all planned out in my head. I didn't want to panic. Celebrities hate when you panic. So as I'm ordering my drinks for me and my lovely wife, the other guy in the Starbucks. This is the God's honest truth. And I said this the other day. I hate when I have to say the God's honest truth because then that makes people go, is it true? But you feel like no one's going to believe this, that you have to say that. The only other guy in Starbucks turns and goes, Opie, oh my God, I can't believe he's a fan of me. I go, screw that. Where I got my name, Opie, that's him right there. And the guy didn't care. He was a huge Opie and Anthony fan. He didn't give a crap that Ron Howard was also in the Starbucks at the same time. And I'm being polite and nice because I appreciate the people that support me to this day. So I'll always give people time. Of course, I don't have shit if I don't appreciate the people that watched and listened to my stuff over the years. So I'm like, all right, and I'm going like this. And this guy's just no offense. This guy's just babbling at this point. He's babbling way past the I can't believe you're in here. And I'm like, oh, God. And then we take a little picture, right? And then I turn and Ron Howard's just gone. He's gone. I'm like, oh, this was my opportunity. I've been called Opie since I was like 12 or 13 years old. And there's the guy. So I go home and I give my wife her latte, whatever she was drinking at the time, and I tell her the story. I'm like, he was right. He was right. He was right there. He was right there. And now he's gone. My opportunity, because of a stupid Opie and Anthony fan, had to be in there at the same time. And then I'm just pacing the apartment. He was right there. This whole thing was only a couple minutes because then I'm like, screw it. And I run back out. And I run to the Starbucks. But when I left the Starbucks originally, I went like this and I don't see him anywhere. So I ran back out. I'm like, I can't get. So I go back to the Starbucks location or close to it. And across the street, this is true. He's just standing under scaffolding, waiting out the rain. It's the only reason I met Ron Howard because the rain was so bad. Yes, he left the Starbucks. I left behind him. I ran home because I lived only a block away. So I dealt with the rain. He's like, well, I might as well just live in the moment and enjoy the morning. I'll just wait out the rain under the scaffolding. So that's what he does. And I walk up to him. I go, Ron, I hate to, but I just want to say hi. Who are you? I go, I'm Opie. And he knew exactly who I was. He goes, "You're Opie from Opie and Anthony? Oh my God, I know who you are." It made my life at that moment. I was like, "Are you serious?" Because, "Oh yeah, man, I know all about you because obviously the Opie thing, it pops up in my world." And I'm like, "Oh God, that's crazy." And we have a little small talk, and he's talking about Howard Stern and this and that. Because it turned out he was kind of a fan of radio in general. And then we took a picture. I got that picture. I gotta find it. That's another one of my pictures that's buried in my crap, but I'll try to find it. Maybe if someone out there could find, maybe it's online. I'll find it, I'll repost it. But I took a picture with the original Opie, Ron Howard. And then you fast forward, I don't know how long it was, but I think it was less than a year. He ended up coming on the radio show, giving us great radio. And this guy, I mean, you want to talk about an A-lister. I'm the bad Opie. Well, yeah, there's a bad Opie and there's a good Opie. That's a good way to put it. Who are you, brother? It's hard to see the comments on the TikTok right now. The sun glare is getting crazy. What I want to give you credit though. That's funny. FTNW03, something like that. And he came on the show. I forgot what he was promoting at the time because we were pretty jaded at that point. We had so many giant celebrities coming through. But I'll never forget about that moment. And I'm sorry to my regulars. They've heard this dumb story. But I'm trying to show off to the TikTok people, I guess, if you want to know the truth. Hope you're 60. You look like you're in your 40s. Oh, damn. Damn, I'm 60. What? So the best part of the Ron Howard thing is that his time was up. We go to commercial. Thanks for coming by, that type of thing, And his people, he was one of those celebrities that came with him. I mean, people. Some of the celebrities would show up by themselves, and then some would show up with people. He had people. And he was doing a whole thing at Sirius XM, and he had to move on to the next interview. But the fact is, he really enjoyed his time that he sat through the commercial break. And at that point on the Opie and Anthony show, our commercial breaks were crazy long. And his people are trying to grab him and pull him out. And he's like, "No, man." And he's just hanging with us, getting to know us a little bit, talking about radio, talking about Howard again, this and that. And he was so lovely and so down to earth. And then he finally left like, "Okay, boys, I'll see you again, hopefully." And unfortunately, it was one of those things. We never got him again. But there's the story of meeting the original Opie. Oh, yeah, keeping up with the Kate Meany drama. Who the hell's Kate Meany? Two Opies popping off. Hell yeah. Oh, damn. JD Straight Shot gifted 10 Opie radio memberships. Go grab those. Thank you, bro. Excuse me. I offer memberships on my YouTube channel, and JD Straight Shot just gifted 10. That's huge for me. Thank you. So go grab them. They go really, really fast. And I've been a little lazy putting up members only stuff, but I will get back at that. I promise you. All right. I promise you. If I warm up my coffee, I think I could do a few more minutes. You guys want to do a few more minutes? Maybe some other shit. All right. We can do some other shit. I'll be right back. The coffee's going cold way too quickly today. Was that my butt crack? You saw my butt crack, didn't you? Wow, man. I'm kind of bummed because this new camera I'm using is great for the city, but I'm learning it sucks for out here. Because you guys have been with me. The sunrises over the ocean when I use just a MacBook camera is just unbelievably cool. But today it's just a whiteout behind me. That stinks. Hey, Ope, longtime fan, first time question asker. I've been wondering, were you really fired for installing a toilet cam? That's hilarious. Look at you trying to hate and using my name, which will be an automatic ban, obviously. Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? I've told that story a million times. If you want to believe some horse crap because the internet told you so, then there's nothing I could do about that. I was never fired officially. They paid every penny. Once again, thank you to Scott Greenstein. He was a gentleman in the end. And the story is, and it's the truth. They were sick and tired of my shenanigans and going after their golden boy Howard Stern. I pushed it. I pushed it. I pushed it. And then they were trying to come up with something that was lame ass to get rid of me. And then when I got lawyers involved, they went, "Oh my God, this is a huge mistake." And they paid every penny like gentlemen. And then a couple, not a couple, I'm not going to exaggerate. One lawyer ended up leaving the company that I kind of knew. I can't say how I knew him, but I did. It's a coincidence how I knew him. Let me get rid of this guy. That's an automatic block. Using my real name. These people are just terrible people. You know what's funny, which is so frustrating. If you ask me, I'm gonna tell you. And I think that bothers the haters because there's a lot of people out there, there's these dumb rumors and stupid crap out there. And if it's brought up, the person panics and freaks out. There's plenty of nonsense that I did that you could go with, but the fake shit, I'm not dealing with that. So this lawyer, he gets let go, and I just happen to know him, and I can't really say how, but it has nothing to do with radio or anything else. Obviously, something in my private life. And I asked him flat out. He goes, "Oh yeah, man, they hated your guts because you were taking so many shots at Howard. They hated that you filmed him and made him look like a fool when he, shut down the entire place until he got safely in his area. They hated that you filmed that and put it online. And then they hated that you broke into his compound live on Facebook. They were out of their minds. Howard was yelling and screaming at everybody. Because that's absolutely why they let you go. They were sick of your nonsense. They were so sick of my nonsense that I recently, well, maybe it's a while now, I don't know, but I made amends. I make amends with people. You got to do that. You live a life. You got to make some amends with some people out there. And I wrote a long, heartfelt letter to Scott Greenstein, the guy that was a gentleman in the end and paid every penny of my contract. So officially, it wasn't even fired. They just decided not to continue with me. And I even apologized for not behaving. And I even told him, look, this is the reason why I went after Howard so hard. And I gave a lot of examples in this little email. I'm like, but with that said, I understand I blew a decent opportunity because I was reinventing myself with a brand new show. And it's my loss. It's my loss in the end because I was onto something big with Carl Ruiz and Vic Henley. And I wrote a long, heartfelt email to Scott Greenstein. And I thanked him for the opportunity. And I thanked him for the years I had at SiriusXM. And I thanked him for doing the right thing at the end there. And I explained why I went so hard after Howard. I got people in my family that if they ever see him, that it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. They're not over it. And then I even said in the email, I'm like, look, and I tried. It would have been cleverer of the yeah, exactly. And I even tried to sit down with Howard to work out some differences, and he wasn't interested in that, and that's fine. That's on him. If he's not okay with that, that's fine. But I certainly tried. But I made amends with SiriusXM through an email to Scott Greenstein, and I'll leave it at that. Opie's a bad boy. You know what I would like? This is the new thing with the haters. There's less and less, which is nice. If you're a hater and you throw out your nonsense instead of just simply asking me, whatever, I can't stop you, obviously. But could you at least tell me who you're supporting by throwing hate at me? Because that's what I'm curious about. That's what I'm curious about. Who? Do you make your kids Billy laugh or your wife? Yeah, man, we have a lot of humor in our house, man. Yeah, I think humor is very, very important in the family setting. Yes, we make each other laugh and laugh. My wife is really, really funny. Do you do this every morning? Do you need friends, Opie? All right, so here's a good example. You're a hater. Who are you supporting with this hate? Who are you bothered by? Who did I make fun of that you had to get up to do that? That's the new thing. Be brave enough to tell me. I would like to know, okay? Now, I do this because it's in my blood. I also do this because I wake up before everybody else. I'm also doing this this morning because I'm the only one out here. And it's just fun to start my day like this. And then I also do this because I make a little pocket money, which is kind of nice and fun. I think I made like $20 today. That's cool, right? I like that. No, man, I got plenty of friends. I think the problem is with some people out there, I don't have the friends they want me to have, people from the old days and whatnot. But I got good, solid friends. I got people that don't give a crap about any of this. Literally don't give a crap. They'll say something like, how's the live stream been? Or, how's that going? But they don't check it out or anything. They don't care. I mean, they care like, they know I'm passionate about this, excuse me. So they care in that regard, but they don't watch or talk about it or ask questions. It's basically, how's that been going for you? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's a lot of fun. And too legit question, Opes. Don't get so defensive. Not everyone is hating. Two legit questions. Your legit question is, do you need friends? That's a stupid question. Bro, for real, that's a stupid question. Right? Can we acknowledge that's just a stupid question? You're just trying to get under my skin. Of course I got friends. I got plenty of friends. I hate that I have so many friends. I think I got to start knocking off some friends again. I have to, honestly, Aldo, I got too many friends, but the problem is they want me to be friends with all the people from the past that I was never really friends with. I was friendly, and at times maybe some of those guys were considered friends, but they weren't good friends. They weren't people that I was going to spend the rest of my time with on this earth. Weird medicine with Dr. Steve. Yikes, aren't you freezing your ass off out there? No, man, it's beautiful. I love when it's really cold. I love it. What's up, Dr. Steve? How are you, brother? Shit, no one gave me $20. We love you, Opster. Thanks for doing this for us. You're welcome. Look, I'm not going to make money off this. I get it, but maybe download episode 9 of my other podcast. My other podcast is called Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. Dr. Steve, you got a clip on there. You got a clip when you called the show and you were talking about that muscle that you pulled that only like something like 1% of human beings have or something like that. My percentages are off. But Dr. Steve, you're on the latest episode of my other podcast. I bet you didn't even know I had another podcast, Dr. Steve. My other podcast is called Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. Episode 9 features Artie Lang, Jay Leno, Dr. Steve, Vic Henley, Sherrod Small, Morgan Spurlock, a little Jim Gaffigan, a tiny bit of Jim Norton, and some Rich Voss. Yes. You can get Comedy Quick Hits with Opie wherever you get your podcasts. All right. Yeah, I could buy friends, I guess. Oh, dude, oh man, don't even get me started about the people in the past that technically I bought their friendship. They hung around because I was the guy taking out my credit card every time we went to dinner. Oh, I had a bunch of those guys. Wait, do I just completely? That's wild. This camera stinks. People like to hide behind their device of choice, but to hurl insults. These are the same people who would kick your ass if they ever met you in real life. These are the same people Who would kiss your ass? Oh yeah, no, I see it all the time. You know, and then you call some of these people out like, "Hey man, no, I actually love you, man. I love you, man." All right, I got to go because I can't see shit. Oh no, I ain't going. Someone just gave me $5. I'll grab $5 all day long. Good man, good to see you. Right on, Dr. Steve. Why don't you do one of these things? Why don't you do one of these things? Or will that be weird as far as the Dabbleverse goes? Would that be weird? I know Stevie's going, oh brother. You just said, oh brother. I know you did. No, Dr. Steve's a good friend of mine. I love the Dr. Steve. We're still in touch. I don't know why we don't do more like on this though. That's weird. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Plantaris longus muscle. Yeah, dude. You breaking that down made the my other podcast, episode 9, Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. That's what I'm pushing today. Can I get rid of the tic tac? All right, tic tac. I couldn't see the screen for the last half hour, but I guess I thank you for joining me today. Thank you very much. I don't know. Do what you do, I guess. TikTok. Go look at a trend or some stupid thing like that. But thanks for watching my live. Goodbye. I got people. You know, I still have people, but they don't really get paid because I'm not really doing much of substance. And they're like, can you at least be nicer to the people? No, I can't. That's not bad. That's not bad. 3,000 people off the Tic Tac today. That's not bad. Wait, did someone give me fivers? All right, I can't see crap. Wardle showing himself as a hater finally. Well, it's about damn time. Wardle, it's about damn time you showed yourself as a hater. He's saying this isn't good. I held the audience. People are enjoying it. They're giving me pocket money. Of course this is good. I mean, the camera, you know, this camera is not going to work. Wait, let me just, hold on. Let me just, because we kind of did it. Let me just do an experiment real fast. Hold on. It's good. The screen's going to go black for a second. All right. Let me see. Hi, everyone. I mean, that's not much better, but hi, everyone. See, I got like I said, I got cameras all over the damn house. And depending on, you know, which live stream I'm doing, I gotta switch cameras. It's so stupid. But this shot, when it's dark out, like the beginning of this live stream, this camera sucks when it's really dark out. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just switch cameras mid live stream. I don't know. It's a work in progress. Have you ever thought about trying stand-up? Trojan says. I've done a little stand-up. I've done look, I've done some open mic nights in the past few years. I enjoy it. I don't do it a lot. I kind of want to do it a lot and just fool around, but that's it. We'll get package in the mail today. Send to Matt's bar. Try to get it there Tuesday. What are you sending me, Mike? We do Tuesdays at Get Parts. I think the last one of the year is happening this coming Tuesday because then you got the Christmas, and then we'll probably head out here for about 10 days. So we might take a couple Tuesdays off. And I don't want to take a couple Tuesdays off because that's becoming my thing. I'm trying to be consistent because a lot of people say, man, you know, you're coming up with some interesting concepts and stuff, but then you tap out. So with the Tuesdays at Get Parts, I'm all in. We've done every Tuesday since summer ended, except for one, which was Halloween. I wasn't gonna blow off my kids trick or treating for Tuesdays at Get Parts, and they're going really well. We fixed the set a little bit. We got a better camera. The next thing, I'm not happy about the audio still, and I've tried 2 or 3. Oh, this is Inside Baseball, but I think some of you guys like the Inside Baseball. I've used 3 different microphones. I need another one to really capture everybody, because if they're not leaning into the mic, you know, I lose them a little bit. But we're getting there, man. It's a work in progress, and people are definitely starting to click on all the episodes. So basically, if you don't know, I live stream every Tuesday at Get Parts. The raw feed itself is really good. There's not a lot of dead crap in there, boring stuff in there. But then I take the live stream and I cut them into individual 20 to 30-minute episodes. And I got a playlist on my YouTube and Facebook. It's just simply called See You Next Tuesday at Get Parts. But I'm going all in with that. I want to see if I can really develop that. The content's getting better. I'm starting to get more and more people showing up, and we'll see where it goes in 2024. But Mike, with that said, you're sending something to the bar. We encourage you to send shit to the bar. I will wear any beanie that someone sends. That's my thing. I recently got one from Matt. He's got new merch, and then I got one from my TikTok friend. He's my TikTok friend, but we're becoming friends in real life as well. Dan. His TikTok's all day NYC. He does an unbelievable job, and he's been on Tuesdays to Get Parts. He's done 2 already. I wore his hat as well. But you know where to send in all that, Mike, I would assume? All right. Because there's a bunch of people saying they're sending stuff to Get Parts, and we like opening that crap live on the show. Just close your camera's aperture. Sun stars are fun. Well, yeah, you're not wrong. I got this. I got a remote. I'm using, by the way, I'm using this one. Actually works great at Get Parts. This one works great at Get Parts, but it doesn't work great here at the ocean, is what I'm learning. So looks like a coffee commercial. Yeah, I know. Dr. Steve. You said, oh, brother, you did, right? All right, I'm skipping the super chats. Here's to a butter roll and orange juice. Oh, damn, Chuck Glenn. Cheers. Butter roll and a Tropicana orange juice is in my... It's only 7:48. How does it feel like it's noon? Should we continue? Should we continue? That's a great question. The comedy scene is ready for Opie's hot takes. I do my hot takes on my live stream. Look, doing stand-up is a whole different animal, obviously. I bow to those guys that do that. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. The best part about live streaming and doing radio, when you suck, you don't really see the people's reactions. But when you suck on a stand-up stage, you better have a good ego, because whoo, that could hurt. That could hurt. Yeah, continue. I just got here. All right. All this time at the beach, you ever scuba dive? Hi, bro. Dude, I gotta microwave my coffee. Is that all right? Just give me because I really want to drink coffee, but it keeps getting cold immediately. And I keep going inside and I'm drinking not even a third of a cup, and then it's ice cold. Let me microwave this. We'll talk about scuba diving. You guys get your super chats out of your pocket, and we'll collect them. All right. All right. Wait, let me put the Chuck Glenn on the screen again. So you're asking about scuba diving? I just want to acknowledge Chuck again. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. You do everything. You hit the like and you give pocket money. Half these people can't even hit the like. Bastards. Anywho, yes, about scuba diving on Long Island. Scuba diving on Long Island stinks. The visibility is really, really bad. So you would think that scuba diving would be very, very popular out here, but it's not. You know, the visibility at times is really, really bad. But with that said, my friend Chris, another friend, by the way, sorry to mention my friends. Was that guy joking though? Someone said that guy was joking. Was that guy joking? Maybe he was joking. That's all right. But Chris, aka Fish Guy Photos, he's like, dude, you know, let's go do some scuba diving, and he does it in like very shallow water, but he goes in places that have a lot of action, a lot of cool stuff. And for whatever reason, I've never picked him up on it. Jesus, how many cameras do you have that are not used? I got 3. I got another one of these lower version that stinks. I got a GoPro, and then some other nonsense. And like I said, the problem is it's really stupid to live stream with the sun coming up behind you, but I just love that look. I love how it comes up in the city every day. The colors are very, very different. Over the ocean, it's absolutely awesome. But I'm still trying to figure out the cameras to make it completely ideal. But some days it works great. You're like, holy crap. And then other days I'm washed out. It's annoying. It's annoying. But I love scuba diving. Haven't done it in a few years, but it was one of my favorite things to do. Every time I went on vacation, I would take the resort course. Never got certified, so then I would have to start over every time I went on vacation and waste a day or two in a pool. I'm like, oh my, I know all this stuff. That was stupid on my part. But then what they would do, they go, well, look, if you spend another 2 days in the pool, you can be certified. But then you're like, there's other stuff I want to do while I'm on vacation. Whatever. I think a few of you have gone through the exact same thing. That's why I bring this stuff up. But I don't know if there's a better thing you could do in this world than scuba dive. For real. For real. Just floating, just hearing your own breathing, working on your breathing in such a way where you can be like parallel to the sand, 100 feet down. And then you use your breath to just do this as you're literally inches above the sand. And then you're just like, you can go in any direction you want. You feel like you're floating. Oh, it's just the best. Notice I didn't say, and then seeing all that stuff is cool, because what you learn with scuba diving, it's very hard to see anything because everything in the ocean is scared shitless of us. So it's kind of hard to see stuff. I mean, you see things, but not as much as you think. Got to get the day going. Peace out, Open Squad. Tommy Festa, you calling it? Man, I hate when you guys call it. That means we're out of here. Chuck Glenn, sorry. I dove in Japan and in Caribbean. Japan was the best. Colder, but better view. Really? I would never think Japan would have good scuba diving, but what do I know? I'm not a world traveler. The best dive I did was Turks and Caicos, Club Med back in the day. You had to take a boat ride. I don't know, man. At least I think it was about an hour boat ride to get to the shelf. And what sucked was they're giving you instructions. You're on a boat. You have to listen to the dive master, and you're sitting there and you're like, oh my God, and half the people are puking because, it's a rough ride out to the shelf. But you get out there. JD Straight Shot, $2. Mark Norman stinks. That's why Seinfeld dumped him. Mark Norman doesn't stink. I think that's our first disagreement, JD Straight Shot. I think his style is very unusual and different, but I don't think he stinks. He did great stuff for my show. I think this is our first disagreement, JD Straight Shot. I like the Mark Norman. I don't know if he's going to, well, I don't know. He's pretty big, right? I think he's pretty big. But then you get to the shelf, and because, it's a resort dive. So technically you're not really allowed to go more than, I don't know, 60 feet. But out there they push it a little bit because that's where they take the divers. So you might be about 60 or 70 feet down. And then if you got a cool instructor, excuse me, and I did a couple times, they're like, you want to see something cool? I'm like, hell yeah. So let's just say you're down 60 feet, right? And then yeah, let's say that's the sand. So you're 60 feet. Oh no, let's do it the other way. I can't wait. Oh my God, I can't do it the way I want to do it. So this is the sand, and then, and then you're like this. And then you go to the edge. And right here, the edge drops down. They estimate thousands of feet, thousands. And you see it. It's not a dramatic drop. It kind of is a very steep drop. And they allow you to do like a semicircle out. So now, and it's complete darkness. You're like, what the hell is out there? You're just freaking out thinking this could be a giant whale or something. You can't see crap. It is just darkness. And they're like, follow the instructor. Don't be stupid. So then you go over the edge. You were in 60 feet of water. You go over the edge. And now, they told us afterwards that it dropped down at least a couple thousand feet. And you're just you feel like you're in space because now you don't see where the sand is anymore. And then you look back to where you came from and you see, okay, there's the sand. And it's kind of lit up from the sun, and then you just get a couple minutes where you're just floating in. It feels like nothingness, and it's creepy, but it's exhilarating. It's an adrenaline rush, and then they bring you back to where the dive started, which is like 60 feet of water. But I'll never forget that. Never forget that. Chuck Glenn, Opie, I have the best Turks and Caicos story. Trying to get through immigration, it was insane. Thought I was going to jail. Oh, damn. I got to hear the rest of that story, Chuck Glenn. I love Turks and Caicos. They started building it up the last time I was there, which was a kind of a bummer, but they can't help themselves. Giannis became the first player in NBA history to make at least 20 field goals and 20 free throws in a game while shooting at least 70% on each. Wow, damn. Damn. All right. I think we're going to start going. Let's start going. Guys, thank you very much. Mark Norman can be really funny, clever, and quick, but there's kind of a coldness about him, and he always seems hungover. Well, it's cold. Mark watches these things from time to time, but I think it's all this. I think he's on the spectrum. I think he's on the spectrum. That's why Sopranos fan. I think he's on the spectrum a little bit. That's why. I think that's why. Andy, you going? All right, later, brother. Good to see you. Have a great day, GH. All right, let's call it. Screw it. Can you hit the like on the way out? I would greatly appreciate it. This was fun. You want to go? Hold on. Let me see if the dog will go out without me. Good boy. Go. He ain't going without me. He ain't going without me. He's like, you're gonna leave me at the beach, aren't you? All right, he ain't going without me, so I should go. He's gotta do his thing. Guys, thank you very much. Yeah, please hit the like on the way out if you liked any of this. I think it's fair if you liked 2 to 3 minutes of this, that it's worth a like. And also the thing I am pushing it, but promoting in 2023 is stupid. You just got to grind it out. But I got a second podcast. It's called Comedy Quick Hits. It features Dr. Steve, who was in the chat today. It features Jay Leno, Artie Lang, Vic Kenley, Sherrod Small, a taste of Jim Norton, a taste of Rich Voss. Oh, DC Benny's on it. Morgan Spurlock. It's basically really, really funny moments from my other podcast. And it's just a quick moving podcast with just really, really funny moments. It's basically a best of / clip show. So in 30 minutes, you get over 20 clips. All right. It's called Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. Get it wherever you get your podcast. I think it's great if you got one of those crappy rides to and fro to and from work. All right. All right. Flat Cat Jessica, what the hell? Where have you been, Flat Cat Jessica? See you guys tomorrow. All right. Liar.